Every day we hear about amazing Israeli companies changing the world. So much groundbreaking technology is made in Israel, and even more innovators come from the Holy Land. A new website called MadeWithLoveInIsrael.com is providing a platform for the world to see all of the different wonders coming from the country. And in the process, it's connecting investors and entrepreneurs. James Oppenheim joins us with more. Thanks for coming in.
Welcome.
So tell us some more about Made with Israel in Love.
Okay, so the company, the site we started as a result of something that happened here on ILTV. My company, Abandonade, put something very simple in the footer of our site. It said, Made with Love in Israel. And we talked about it a little bit when we discussed BDS and the relationship with technology here in Israel. After that appearance, companies, investors, partners came out of the woodwork to contact me directly and say, hey, wow, what you're doing is great. We want to be a part of it. And we want to reach out and find the best Israeli companies that are best in breed in all the different areas that Israeli tech operates. So we, I guess, took that entrepreneurial spirit and put together a bit of a coalition, a movement to take the two sides of the equation. You have entrepreneurs on one side and business opportunities on the other, and bring them together in a very transparent, fun way.
So talk to us about that. How does your website actually connect investors with entrepreneurs?
Well, look, we're new. And the most important part is for folks in Israel to be present and counted. Unfortunately, there are a lot of Israeli companies that are a bit reluctant to claim their provenance of being an Israeli company because of all the reasons that we discussed in the past and that we all know. So the first step is for Israeli companies to come out and say, yes, our technology is here. Because our technology is in Israel, it opens up doors that wouldn't necessarily be open to companies anywhere else in the world. So that's the first part. The second part is when that becomes a bit more of a movement, it's interesting to investors. Folks around the world are looking for opportunity. From China, from Europe, from South America, from everywhere, the eyes are on Israel. And it's a natural coming together of the two sides. And we're just delighted to be able to facilitate that.
So Israel is known worldwide as the startup nation.
Sure.
Is the country really living up to that title?
It's more than living up to that title. In the past month, Globe's just reported today, over $400 million was raised in the past month in investment capital in Israel. It's unprecedented. There's no place else like it. Israel is number one in per capita in R&D spending, in venture capital investment, in startups per capita. This place is alive with innovation and entrepreneurial spirit.
So why is that? Why are there so many innovators coming from this tiny country?
Well, anybody will tell you, if you've done business, particularly in high tech, it always comes down to the people. There's a passion here that is unique. There are obviously pressures that are unique, and it creates a lab of innovation. Just if you take it a step from starting with the basics of survival to innovation, it's a very, very close path, and it's something that when people who are in Israel experience it, they know, and Israelis who I meet all over the world, it's funny, that's one of the things that they miss about Israel. It's a pressure cooker on one side, definitely, but it's something that when done right creates an amazing approach to reality that sees things differently. And that's what's kind of cool about doing business in Israel.
So you're getting an inside look at all these amazing Israeli companies and technology. So in your opinion, what is going to be the next big Israeli startup?
Well, look, that's aside from Abandonade, of course, right?
Of course.
So look, I see Israel going in, startups in Israel going in pretty different directions. On the one hand, you have a lot of innovation in medical technology, which is great. I think you recently interviewed the folks from Rewalk. There is a company called Mobile ODT that is testing for cancer using cell phones and apps and things like that, which is amazing. And you also have something that is on fire right now, financial technology, fintech companies like trade streaming that are opening up the world to the genius of the Israeli perspective of finance and how to understand the way finance works on a global scale. There are so many areas inside of of technology here for such a small place. You could, like feel the air go by, and you feel the energy of the different startups that are happening. And we could talk about startups today, and tomorrow there'll be 3 or 4 more. They grow like mushrooms here. So that's kind of my perspective. And I do meet them all the time, which is kind of cool.
No, I mean, it's amazing to see what's coming from this country, especially since we're so small,
Yeah, it's wild.
This is a really, really cool, platform that you guys have created, and I'm excited to see how it grows. And thank you so much for coming in.
We'll keep you posted.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.